Trying to identify where this comes in, Ben. Just a body. They talked about they're slow to start, so they never win more than 3-2. Look at that tank!
We may see something different.
Unbelievable AT shot. That must have been at least 200 meters away. Another one. Down
Inbound.
He goes. What a
down
crazy
he
AT shot.
That's
ICF.
a sniper. Man, that's a sniper shot.
Incredible shot. And I builder gets one. Down he goes.
These
Lionheart
gunfights
won.
are everything. They're everything. Lionheart's got to take him out.
He gets him. Get on the point.
Did he go
Get
down?
The Garrison.
I just lost Lionheart. He's down.
He's down. There's no
Are
one
they
on
going to
the
push
point.
the Gary? Do they know the Gary's there?
I don't know, but they're not pushing it.
They're
not
going to
pushing
redline
it.
it here in a minute.
History
They gotta
builder
get a little
just spawned on his OP.
MG, they're watching it. They're watching the Gary with no. What is this guy doing?
MG pushing.
He seems it.
Maybe, I don't know. Are they waiting for a strike?
They're waiting for a spawn. What are the resources at right now? Bombing runs are going to be vital.
Tons of
Strafing
munitions.
runs.
That's a bombing
There
run.
it is.
That's
There
a
it
bombing run for ICF. Does he take out the Garrison? And that's done.
No,
the Garrison
Garrison
is still up.
remains, and the MG went down for ICF right there.
But takes him out. And the 76, they have identified the position on the 76. The
They're
commander has
pushing on
marked it.
Taking out supplies, too. Oh,
Yeah.
down he goes.
No, he's gone. He's gone. The Greyhound maintaining coverage, keeping infantry
standoff.
off the
Great
76's
standoff
back.
right there.
But they have identified the position on that tank, and only time will tell. There may be a precision. Can I get there in time? Can he get it? He's moving.
Oh, he's moving. He
Down
is.
he goes.
He goes.
Precision.
Down he goes.
Takes out the 76.
That precision strike, I mean, that has to hurt. That's almost like you're... oh!
But he gets down as well. Taken out as well. Look at this. Stewart pushing up. Right on the Tiger's ass. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Incredible. Takes him out.
Oh my god!
Takes him out.
Oh my gosh!
What?
Stewart!
The
Stewart just took out the Tiger.
I take back
Shit.
everything that I said. Everything that I said. I see I'm taking out the Tiger. Oh, my gosh. Broken arrow. If you're watching...
Is that right now? Bombing runs are going to be vital.
Tons of
Strafing
munitions.
runs.
That's a bombing
There
run.
it is.
That's
There
a
it
bombing run for ICF. Does he take out the Garrison? And that's done. What?
No,
The Garrison is still up.
remains, and the MG went down for ICF right there,
But there's
too.
still a squad leader left. Did not get the Garrison. That was their chance, man. And it's just the positioning of the Garrison is just, it just saved them. It saved them the identity run. They're not going to capitalize, but certainly going to make them sweat. Big infantry push. Big infantry push for Esprit.
33 minutes left.
A bombing run for FOC
Oh
in return.
Danger
Slap you
close.
back,
Danger
sorry.
close. Get
Oh.
down. Get down. Oh!
The Lux is still up.
Oh my gosh. Artie just fell too. Good
FOC said
response by FOC.
you can do a
Look
bombing
at
run.
this.
Will return the favor.
Lux is still up, though. That Lux through this whole game.
It's the
has
little
just been
Lux that
so
could.
down.
The
Yes,
little
sir.
Lux that could.
Down
Down he goes.
You know, he goes down, but he held for as long
Man,
as he could.
that was a close moment. This is what I'm talking about. Moment. Taken out as well. Look at this. Stewart pushing up. Right on the ass. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Incredible. Takes him out.
Oh my god!
Takes him out.
Oh my gosh!
What? Guy, squad leader here. Heavenly. He must have found the Garrison. Dr. Spetz, can he get him? No, sir. He's gonna get to that Garrison on the backhand side. Can he get the Garrison? Here's the real question. Diesel, the sniper, covering on approach.
Still pushing, though.
Yes,
pushing.
a Lux is pushing in for Esprit, providing support in addition to the Tiger. That is further. There's actually a Tiger real close. Look at this. This Tiger, trying to get an angle on it here. Right here, the Tiger in play here on the southwest side. They bombing run. They're not going to capitalize, but certainly going to make them sweat. Big infantry push. Big infantry push for Esprit.
33 minutes left.
A bombing run for FOC in return.
Danger
you
close.
back,
Danger
sorry.
close. Get
Oh.
down. Get down. Oh.
The Lux is still up.
Oh my gosh. Artie just fell too.
FOC
Good
said, return the favor.
Lux is still up, though. That Lux through this whole game.
It's the
has
little
just been
Lux
so
that could.
down.
The
Yes,
little
sir.
Lux that could.
Doot.
Down he goes. On the thinnest of margins right now.
Ha 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 ha, and we're live. We are live from the dog's den, I think. Yeah. Should be. McRae, say something.
Hello.
I'm gonna turn you up a little bit. Hi, KO.
Hello.
Alright. I'm definitely turning this music down. It's way too loud. Maybe it's me, dude. I got my
Maybe
sound.
you've gotten sensitive in your old age.
My old age? Gosh, dude. Yikes, dude. I'm 27, dude. I ain't.
Hey, look, you got that dog, and you done changed your outlook in life. All right.
K, are you old? Well,
I'm older than you.
well, I feel like you're 20 years older after this morning.
Yeah, I feel it for sure.
For those who don't know what we're referencing, it's the seasonals Gen Chat. It's been going off a little bit. A little bit of love thrown our way in HRI. I appreciate that. To those
So-
who've done it.
Oh, I thought you meant this Greyhounds match we had.
Oh,
That shaved another.
No, I was talking about the drama in the seasonals Discord. That's what I was referencing. Which was pretty funny, if I'm really being honest, dude.
Yeah.
It was pretty great. It's pretty fantastic. I loved it. But enough about that. Lucky Strikes, Hellfire, PHL skirmish match for week 3. And funny enough, this is not the first PHL match. Now, right before this, about 2 hours ago, there was a match between Chad and MIB. And guess what? Chad, who has, I believe, won every single match up until this point, lost their first match.
Bane, by the
Bane,
way, not
sorry,
MIB.
against Bane. You're right. Against Bane. And Bane pulled out the 30-pointer on PHL. Pretty interesting to watch. Very grindy. Smithers and Barboza were both the casters for that. So if you want to go check that out, be more than willing to check that out. But yeah. PHL on Skirmish. Thoughts, ladies and gentlemen?
Not only that, it's also night. One of the very few night mode matches. Teams said, why are we not allowed to do it? I said, you are. Both teams have to agree to it. I'm fine with it. She's fine with it. Cass is going to be look a little groggy because it is the night mode.
Oh, they doing
But-
night?
Is that what they agreed to?
I
Or
don't
am I
know.
wrong?
I was kind of hoping they'd do dawn.
Let's double check before they get mad at us.
Well, this was hopes, not necessarily reality. So
They are doing night. Yeah.
I mean, it's a
Night.
classic, right? Like it's a classic. So, I mean,
Going to be following a lot more dots than we're going to be following player outlines.
this is true.
I'm saying.
This is true. This is true. I just saw your text, by the way, KO. So yeah, I didn't ping you. By the way, so for those of you who are keeping up with the seasonals Discord, I'm making an official announcement. So, as most people know who are in the HRI Discord, if there's a problem that happens in the Discord or in the tournament, you can blame Sheepdog. I'm officially now placing that role in seasonals upon KO. So you're welcome, KO.
More skirmish
Whoa.
tournaments would fix
You know,
everything.
you know what? We could oblige with that. Honestly, I mean, we really could. We really could. I mean, people like skirmish. People seem to really like skirmish. I like skirmish. Do you
they're
like
like-
skirmish?
have
I
their-
like skirmish.
I'm okay with it. I wish like I was the vast majority. Which was like a 45-minute type match. Not 30 minutes is just not long enough. Give me another 15.
Double headers,
Alright.
bro. Double headers, man.
Yeah, but like come on now. Granted, at some point it goes from skirmish to warfare, but King of the Hill type thing. So you can't do an hour and a half.
Right.
That's excessive.
It's great.
Dragged
Little
tired.
wild, bro. Little wild. Little wild. So what I think so talking about PHL, obviously our rule about the truck snipes is kind of made for a map like this, right? Like you got that long corridor, and I gotta admit, what? Hang on one second. My dog, Mumford, my good sir. This is Mumford, by the way, for the stream. Hello, Mumford.
Yeah,
This
I
is
call
Mumford.
Gorlami.
Not Gorlami. How about you guys talk while I put Mumford in his kennel for the next 30
All right,
minutes
let's go
of my
down the
life?
story of Gorlami, all right?
Go ahead.
Gorlami over there on Sheep's webcam. Good little red healer. Funny enough, I met Sheep IRL when he bought that dog. I named it Gorlami, all because he gave me, I want to say, 8 months worth of grief whenever my wife was pregnant with my third child of how I should name it Gorlami. And I was like, that's a hard no. So now I've told myself to name his dog Gorlami. And of course, he heard none of that.
No, I heard none of it. No. The way it was designed.
Oh, I should have talked so much
Tell you
more
when you're
trash.
tell you when you're older.
When I'm older? Yeah, when I'm as old as KO.
Yeah.
Oh,
When
man.
When you get gray hairs from Hell Let Loose Discord channels, like the rest of them.
Bro, I'm just having fun, bro. I was reading it today. It was lighting up my morning, bro. It was lighting up my morning, man.
Yeah.
But enough about that because, we don't want none of that. So let's talk about this matchup real quick. Obviously, these are two teams that have significant history together. I would say they used to be teammates. They are no longer any more teammates. Now they're facing off. And obviously,
Would you say it's a rivalry now?
I would say so. I don't know if they would, but I would say so. And on top of it too, let's talk about the form of both these teams going into this match. So, obviously, Lucky Strikes. This is going to be their fourth match, I believe. Fourth match. They finally got some points on the board in the last match. I think out of all the teams I've watched in this tournament, they seem to be the ones who have improved the most over the course of the tournament and started to figure things out. They started off really slow. They just in that kind of warfare mindset. And shout out to Spears because I think Spears is, who's the commander and leader for Lucky Strikes, has really emphasized pushing hard cap and really getting his guys together and really making sure that their strategies are in line with what skirmish mode really is. And then you look at Hellfire, and Hellfire lost 30-0 against Chad, but it was a very competitive match and one that doesn't necessarily, like sometimes we talk about it didn't really feel like a 5-0 or a 3-2 in Warfare. It didn't feel like a 30-0, but it was a 30-0 against a Chad. It was really unfortunate on Hill 400. And then today they got a 16-14 win over MIB and Carentan after not getting the initial cap. So they came back like literally with, a minute to spare basically to go get that win. So, both these teams are on the upswing going into this match. So I'm really excited to see who comes out on top, especially after this PHL match that we saw earlier today. It was very competitive. It was really fun to watch. And AT guns out the wazoo, man. Let me tell you, truck snipe with an AT gun. In that Chad lost a truck to an AT gun by Bane. So pretty wild. So KO, do you got any thoughts, especially after your boys in Chad unfortunately took their first loss of the season on PHL?
I know, man. It's unfortunate. PHL's a tough one. It's one of my favorite maps because it kind of feels like an old school Call of Duty map since it's like a 3-lane map, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
In Skirmish, it's a lot more consolidated, of course. But,
Sure.
From my experience, that Axis is heavily favored with the P4. If they can get rid of the Sherman and just chill on the road and shell HE, it's really tough for the allies to get around them.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, and obviously, Let me turn this down. I gotta turn the leadership and the unit volume down, and maybe just my audio in general. Yeah, I think that like these are really open lanes. I know that they made the updates to the map within the last month or two ago, but truth be told, I just
And that
Yeah.
doesn't even really
They
matter
made
that
it
much to
easier to
Skirmish,
drive
I
on.
don't
Like,
think.
I think they made it easier to drive on compared to like when before you'll be driving through a flooded field and it feels like you're still going down a rocky cliff.
right.
And they smoothed out the textures across the map and added 2 or 3 small, tiny lanes or entry to get across. But other than that, there's not much of an update.
Yeah. This is the kind of map that's like perfect for artillery, in my opinion, and it's just unfortunate that I don't get to scream artillery. I even have the root beer for it too, dude. I got all the drinks I need for it. Yeah, man. So, while we're still waiting for this match to start off, let's go ahead and let's talk a little Hello Loose going on. So, new announcement today. Obviously, we were referencing it before, but it was an announcement by arguably the biggest tournament in Hello Loose, which is Hello Loose Seasonals. They have announced that they will be starting at the end of February, and they have a little bit of a different format. So they're going to be doing, kind of like the Swiss thing that HCA did, but a little bit different. They got some stuff like the way that they pick the map and the point is going to be a little bit different. But here's the biggest one, and considering the fact that we have a dude from ESPT in here, they have announced that for the first 4 or 5 weeks, that top 2 contender teams, WTH and ESPT, will automatically be placed in the semifinals, so they get a bye for the first 4 weeks of the tournaments. I know it's caused a lot of discussion. I say discussion to try to put it nicely, but a lot of discussion in the Seasonals Discord. KO, what's your thoughts on it, my man? On the fact that ESPT doesn't get to play for the first 4 weeks of the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I made my thoughts very clear today. So I don't know. Nobody cares about my opinion anyway, but ESPT and WTH opinion is going to be vastly different from the rest of the community. So I think most of us we play comp because we want to play, and when we don't have the opportunity to play the same amount of games as the rest of the tournament. I don't know, just feels kind of unfair on both sides.
Yeah.
Anything
It
can
doesn't
happen.
feel like a tournament at that point. It feels like, hey, look, you're gonna run a tournament all together just to play against the big bad.
And I've been on that small team that relishes the chance to go up against a WTH, an ESPT, and get 5-0'd or 4. You lose 4-1 to a team like that, but you feel good, like you guys held on and you learn things and you make improvements, and that's how teams get better. Teams don't just rise to the top magically like people think they do. It takes a lot of hard work and effort and improvement. So
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I think obviously that means we're going to be extending our tournament for the rest of February, and it's just going to be WTH versus ESPT on Skirmish map every single week, over and over again. Absolutely. So I think we're going to call it the Tour de Skirmish, and every single week it's going to be a double header, and they're going to play a different map every single week until they play every single skirmish map available. So we get
like
to
a
see
pub match type thing because it's going to be the same rotation. In case we run out of maps, we're going to start right at the top, baby.
I like it.
yeah,
Right back down the rotation.
it's like, if I can put it in like soccer terms, like, do you just want to watch Real Madrid and Barcelona every week because Valencia is not going to win the league because they haven't in 100 years? Those teams don't give up. Like,
Right.
I don't know.
But
listen,
anyways, back to this rotation. It's obviously going to be Elsenborn, LMA, Rio.
Oh my lord!
Right
just to
Time for
start out, dude.
retirement.
Nah, bro. I think as a guy who if you've ever watched the TV show, I love Welcome to Wrexham. Okay, and I've always been
Oh yeah.
I've always been a guy who's enjoyed English football, the English Football League, and I think the perfect example in the way that I see seasonals is the same way that I see the FA Cup. The FA Cup is a competition that allows, obviously, who's going to win the FA Cup? It's going to be a Premier League team. It is. It's going to be a Premier League team. But man, there's some exciting moments sometimes with those small teams that, they come out and then they somehow get a win as the underdog, and it just you just always love that, right? And is that going to happen every single time? No, it's not going to happen every time. Although I'd make the argument that Chimera beat ESPT in a HRI skirmish match. So I mean, and I would think
exactly.
I think Chimera would be considered a underdog against ESPT. I think most teams would be considered an underdog versus ESPT. So in my opinion, I'm like, bro, like, give someone a chance to beat ESPT, give someone a chance to beat WTH, and I think that ESPT and WTH would relish the opportunity to. I mean, I don't think they go into these tournaments and they're like, man, I was really hoping to not play the first 4 weeks of the tournament, and I say this in all respect because I think that Seasonals has done an amazing thing for Hell Let Loose competitive over the lifetime of the tournament. It's provided people like me and McCraith and KO opportunities to cast and to see really cool moments. Some of my favorite casting moments have been in Seasonals. The first time that we got into a tournament was in Seasonals in the winter of 2023. So I'm a big fan of Seasonals, and I think that's part of the reason why I really like ESPT. I don't have much of a relationship with WTH, but it's always been fun watching them, and I hope that they get an opportunity to play during that first 4 weeks, even if it's not Seasonals. I would love to see them get an opportunity to do at least something cool, at least something. And obviously, whenever they get to the semifinals, if this is permanent, we'll enjoy getting to watch ESPT and WTH play it out. So, So obviously, we're getting closer and closer to starting this match between Lucky Strikes and Hellfire on Purple Heart Lane, and funny enough, the first time we ever did a seasonals match was on Purple Heart Lane. And the even funny part, it was ESPT. ESPT versus at old team, FOC, Factory of Chips. And they're not around. Their players are still around. But it was really... PHL has... I don't love the nighttime, but it always seems to be a good time. It always seems to be a good time on Purple Heart Lane. I know KO just said when we were talking about it, it's one of his favorite maps to play on. McCraith, are you a fan of PHL?
It's if I'm winning, if I'm being honest.
Well,
whenever you hit those matches where it's 3-2, both sides are completely just beaten.
Yeah.
It's a slog. But, like, if I 5-0, the better.
Yeah. Well, map flip has happened, so we're about 20 seconds away from the map flip happening. So any predictions going into this match? Obviously, two teams that are on the up and up in this tournament. Any predictions for Lucky Strikes versus Hellfire?
I don't know. Hopefully it's a good game. It's my first PHL skirmish match.
It's mine too. Mine too.
Yeah, I might go Hellfire purely for the couple of syndicate players that have on the roster. Just to be honest, and Axis is I think a little more favored.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, funny enough, it was the Axis that won as Bane. So yeah, we'll get to see this. So I am on the Lucky Strike side. I believe KO's on my side too, and then McCraith, I'm assuming you're gonna be on the Lucky Strike side. Did I say Lucky Strikes 3 times?
You said Lucky Strikes 3 times.
Yeah, I'm on the Hellfire side.
Take
So
a shot every time we say Lucky Strike.
yeah,
How
take a.
about
Yeah, it's a drinking game. It's a. Bro,
that?
imagine
shot
if.
of water.
Yo,
So
imagine.
you don't die.
I feel like
I
we're gonna do.
actually will be on Lucky Strike's side. These other two will be on Hellfire.
We will be on Hellfire's side, and maybe I'll turn my brightness up a little bit. Maybe that'll help a little bit. I'm at 99%. We'll see. Does it make a
I don't
difference?
think that can fix your English, sir.
Nope. It just made things white. Just made
Ooh,
things
I don't
white.
have admin cam.
You don't have admin cam? We sent the Steam
I
ID.
know. I saw that. I saw that you sent it.
No. No. Chris, can you share your screen in the Discord? Maybe we can get away with that.
Okay, I was not gonna like that.
Okay, I was like, admin cam? Question mark? Frowny face? Right as they're about to start the match, too.
Yep. P4
okay,
beelining for that center road.
Your stream's running well in Discord, at least.
Okay.
Oh, you're not gonna like my camera work though,
Oh,
because I'm not recording it now. My ADHD is gonna kick in. Buddy, you're gonna see
We're gonna have
me doing this
flashbacks.
shit a
We're gonna have
lot.
flashbacks to the Helios ESPT restream.
slow it down, McCree. I'm gonna have a. I feel like I'm underwater.
Bro, that was, funny enough, this is the map that like everyone gave me so much crap about my camel work.
It's a tough one though.
It is.
It's a hard one to.
It really
It's
is.
like, and I actually was watching the Hill 400 stream, the Chad's one. I thought you did a pretty good job on that one because that's a really tough one to stream as well.
Oh yeah, there's so much going on.
The Skybox killed me.
You're on
dude.
a hill.
Skybox killed me. So you can see they're already building an AT gun for Lucky Strikes up on the bridge. I'm curious to see, is Lucky Strikes doing the same thing? They see each other. This is almost like a standoff, dude.
Nope.
I'm not seeing
Firing
I'm
line.
not seeing an AT gun built up. Tanks coming down the main road, but here we go. 5 seconds to go. Do got to be careful about opening truck snipes though. So timers.
The
AT
rockets
goes
are
off.
going straight off.
Trucks have stayed on the main road as well.
Reloading,
Rocket
gun.
over the
AT goes
top.
off.
Short rocket.
Rockets from both sides.
Oh no,
trucks
the
are-
rocket snipe! There it goes! We're gonna blow it back, barely
Yeah.
missing!
A lucky
Hellfire!
Hellfire comes ripping out of the game with all those explosives.
We got AT gun already launching down the road, so Hellfire are gonna be. It seems like they're ahead, but Lucky Strikes is on the point. They got a decent amount of guys that have gotten up on that. Looks like on that. Is that east side? I'm gonna get so torn apart. West side. Sorry.
I've gotten DMs from a luck player upset that I'm helping Hellfire. And I explained that on their roster.
That's
Lone
exactly
Wolf
what
versus
you're
Penny.
doing right
Down
now.
goes Lone Wolf. Truck is down at the 29-minute mark. I don't know. It looked like it was AT. I'm assuming it was AT. And right now, Cap is in favor of Hellfire to start out. We're about a minute and a half in. Big spawn wave for Lucky Strike. They got that fob up.
Beautiful, beautiful fob on this backside position.
And this is what we're talking about, kind of the keys to success that we've talked about in multiple matches now. Those, the neutral zone fobs are absolutely critical, and Lucky Strike doing a really good job of getting fobs up in the first place. So, and in fact, they may take this point as a result of it. I'm not seeing any fobs at all in the.
Yeah,
there's not a
they
single
cleared
fob.
Hellfire out very
Not
well out of
a not a
nowhere.
single fob for Hellfire. I mean, they went from having the points to just
Almost
absolutely
half-
losing
half
it.
to nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, we got what, like 4 or 5 outposts from Luck in the point now in the hard cap proper.
Oh yeah.
This is such a, I don't know what happened that this would cause this, but no
Yeah,
fob.
look at
for-
Hellfire's been reset back pretty far. About
There's no
Yeah,
fobs. I
almost
mean,
all
they
the-
just got
almost
one
all the way to
in the
red blue
blue.
line.
They just got one in the blue. So cap favor is now about a third of the way for Lucky Strikes. And I don't think Hellfire's going to get back in time.
And now they've been pushed. I'm not sure what direction this is, but this open field, they've been pushed so far out. They're spread so thin. All Luck is just
They're just
doing what we've been talking about
point.
all tournament, which is huddling on the hard cap and securing the cap.
Beautiful, beautiful play for Luck. They definitely learned from match 1 that this is what you need to do on your stack that midpoint.
And this is exactly what we talked about, right? We talked about with Lucky Strikes being one of the most improved teams throughout this tournament, and this is exactly what they you know, after having lost the truck, they battled through the adversity. They did exactly what they needed to do. They got the fob up on the point. I mean, and they collapsed everyone onto the hard cap, and as a result, they're going to get this cap. We're at 3/4 cap. Hellfire just trying to run in, but they don't even have a neutral zone fob at the moment.
Wow.
And here's the thing too, I mean, you would think that in the process they would have gotten some people wide, but they don't. They don't have anyone wide at all, and that's a cap.
It's almost like I was telling you earlier today, Sheep. There's Sherman and AT gun are so far back here, and they're just living it up.
Yeah,
Lobbing shells down range, but guess what? They have all this infantry around them. Why? Why are they so far back when the point's on the other 200 meters away?
Yeah.
And the thing is, the AT gun, it already did its job. There's no reason to be on it anymore. The opener's over. Get that infantry, get that meeting into the point, and start shelling AG on the guys.
Yeah.
Hey, taking out ZJ. Closest one to the point for Hellfire. We got, I mean, the AT guns are going off like crazy right now. I'm not sure they're getting any kills necessarily, but I mean, AT guns
Looks
are like
like
a big part of this.
I mean, to be fair, the P4 is really far back as well. It looks like they're focusing on that tank versus tank engagement, which, in my opinion, is the wrong decision for both tanks.
Well, we saw this earlier. We saw this in the Chad Bane match where they ended up a lot of times the tanks playing further back. It worked out for them, I think. But the AT guns were the real hero of the story in that match. If you watch that Smithers and Barboza match, Solely Reese, Fun Bar pushing in, trying to get some type of any type of foothold in this cap.
Here, finally, probably behind this building.
Strafe takes him out.
There it is.
They try to push in. ZJ launching a rocket, doesn't get anyone. Sandman enters, and Bullnut about to meet Absolute, and down he goes. You can see out in the distance, Hellfire got a lot of guys out wide to the, that would be to the west, I believe. Heinrich, you can see MG, but down he goes to a tank shot. Absolutely beautiful. They do have a red zone fob now just on the south side of the river for Hellfire. You can hear the MG fire. MG's for Lucky Strike sleeve. McDykel laying down the hate, gets Sir Spill's blood.
Their way in.
Yeah. They're starting to work at Smoke, obviously playing a big part. J-Back taking out Mal.
To the point now.
Yep, but down he goes to Psycho Tuki. Sandman Eaters and Vase holding that front line as well with Labiosa and Dirty Dirtsky right in front of him. ZJ going down to another shell. Lone Wolf on the AT going for Lucky Strikes. And I think I hear it saying, no, that's a truck. So that you can see this Spears right now passing by the PZ4. They're going to build a repair station for him. I guess he is here to stay now.
No half tracks yet, huh?
Not yet. Not yet, at least. That's a long shot for Lucky Strike, or for Hellfire. You can see the AT gun. K-God just got off of it, but he was trying to launch shots on that PZ4. It's about 500 meters out for him. And right now, Leviosa is...
Spears has just ordered the half track for Luck, actually, that being said.
I feel like that's the Caster Jinx, right?
The Caster's Curse.
The Caster's Curse.
Now, that P4, I mean, it is back there, but I'm assuming it's shelling the infantry now.
Yeah, it looked to me... He was launching shots on that west side, not down the road. Solely Reese pushing in. He's got a bunch of guys in the building up ahead of him right now. Lucky Strike's just holding hard cap. Solely Reese is going to push into the building with Psycho Tuki, a beef shooter right above him. We'll see if he gets a trade here. Down goes beef shooter. He's going to push up and get Psycho Tuki as well. He is taking the building. Spirit pushing in. Shell barely missing Solely. It's Spirit, Labe, J-Back going up against Sandman. Slowly going down to the building. D-Wise Pool and G for Lucky Strike.
He's bought time for Spirit and that other guy to get in as well.
Yeah.
And you have a whole squad of Hellfire now walking in through this smoke.
You can see those AT guns hitting the top of the building for Hellfire as well from that northeast side.
D-Wise took down J-Back, hit firing aim.
Jeez, man. Lucky Strike doing a good job of just flooding the broken building and just trying to hold hard cap. Hellfire starting to push a little bit more, but bombing runs coming through. It does not get the red zone fob though.
They have an AT gun manned by Bubs way in the back line, getting hits on hard cap for Hellfire.
And see, this is where I would like to see the P4 behind the little small small building. He could shut down this whole push from Hellfire.
Yeah.
If he was up here.
Because there's just nothing on road, right? Like there's nothing
Because,
holding the center. Wow.
Well, that being said,
that
the
AT gun
shell
from
takes out
Bubs.
the whole squad.
I just got to get an angle on that. This is Bubs right here launching that AT gun. He's just continually hitting the building. There ain't no one getting a shot on him, and he just continues to shell the top of the building. But going back to the hard cap, there was an explosion. I'm not sure if it was a satchel or what. Lucky Strike still in control of the hard cap.
It was the old place transport truck that finally went down.
Gotcha. Rupert's AT extraordinaire for Hellfire pushing in. Labiosa trying to take down Sleeve and Top Gun. Doesn't get him. He goes down.
I'm appreciating all the WKM and WIK and luck text chat.
Absolutely. Bomber run coming in for Hellfire. It's coming east to west.
Right now, yeah.
I don't think it's going to get the
Unless there's
fob.
a Garrison there.
Did it get it?
No. They didn't take out anything.
I don't see anything.
A repair station. Took down an AC gun and a repair station.
Okay, so at least something.
Did something, I guess.
Did something. Holy Spirit Man, the commander for Hellfire, and obviously Lucky Strike's commander will be Spears.
Bob's is just canceling out the
I love the strategy.
all axes.
They just haven't been able to
that's
capture, you know?
That Bub's AT gun to just continually smash the top floor of the building is really good strat.
Obviously taking a lot of planning, a lot of thought to go into that, but it works out really well. You can see here.
I mean, it's a 4-man Zardy, right?
Yeah,
Since they don't have
absolutely.
Artie.
MG's going off for Junit, but down he goes. Green Bastard's going to try to push in. You see Large Mouse as well on that north side, just holding that angle. Big spawn wave off the fob for Hellfire. We do got a ping on this tank because the tank moved it all. Nope, he has not. PZ4 is still up on that west side of the road. Kind of just holding infantry right now.
Spirit has snuck into the main building. He's actually got some of the luck players ahead of him.
Down he goes, though. And it just looks like to me, just neither team able to really coordinate enough to get. It's just going back and forth on this hard cap, which I love to see. I love to see a back and forth, but if Hellfire's going to capture, they're going to need something more than what they're bringing right now, other than this infantry. They either need to collapse infantry in, or bring in a tank, and not seeing it happen. I mean, actually, I'm hearing, yep, the Sherman is slowly pushing up. Organic trailer park trash and Moon in this Sherman for Hellfire.
Yeah.
He's inching forward.
It's really tough for the Sherman because even if they do take down that P4, not Chad, excuse me, Luck can still blind fire their Panzer Shreks and
right
and run.
So we're about 12 minutes into the cap for Lucky Strikes, so they need another 3 minutes to win this match, and both of these teams in desperate need of points for the standings. Both teams started off a little slow.
Hellfire.
Yep. Off the
Wonder
western
how
side
many AT guns they have up.
I can count real quick. One for Hellfire. I'm counting 1, 2, counting 2, and there's one that's not being used on the main road. Tanks moving in.
Yeah. Where did the P4 go?
should be on
Still
that
back,
west. He's
still
moved center road now.
offset off the road.
He's moved center road. Was that an explosion? Was that the tank?
Something, yeah, something. blew
Yeah,
up on
Sherman is
Hellfire
down.
side.
Lucky Strikes
Nice
winning the
shot.
tank
Oh,
engagements.
nice. P4 got him.
P4 doing a nice job getting communications, taking them out. That puts Hellfire in a way tougher spot now. Now that PZ4 doesn't have to necessarily feel like he has to stay back anymore if he doesn't want to, and he's gonna move back to his resting place, I guess. So hey, if it's working for Lucky Strikes, hey, go for it. Hellfire not able to mount enough infantry to get any type of cap weight yet. See here on.
I mean, it's not bad for the P4 is not bad to be back there. Obviously, he's surviving and he's doing some work, but I think they'd really shut this game down if he was in the circle.
Yeah, I think so too. And
because Hellfire's, I mean, their whole push, the only way they're gonna get the point is through the front door, like they've been doing.
yeah.
But that P4 in the point would just shut it down.
Do you think it's a matter of they're worried about AT guns on the main road? I mean, Hellfire does have an AT gun on the main road. It's not being used right now, but you think that's the worry, is that potential of just getting killed by AT guns?
I mean, they could cross the road from where they're at and take one shot.
And here's the
Especially knowing now that they've killed Sherman.
and this brings up an interesting question, because I know that like a lot of AT gun action from Hellfire right now, and it seems to be pretty useful, I would say. J-Bag's in the building now with Sandman Eaters. See if that engagement happens. Leviosa pushing in after him, but Sandman following him right up. Who goes down? J-Bag going down. Sandman winning it, but Leviosa following him into the building. Down he goes. Sandman picking up a two-piece. All he needs is a combo with a soda and a fry.
Does not have the angle on it.
So
Yeah, it'd be nice if they're getting into this main building. If they could throw a satchel up in there, maybe wipe some
either that
spawns.
and more people. You see a lot of guys for Hellfire up on that west side, and I mean, I know you're trying to hold them off from pushing, flanking you and getting your back line fob, but I mean, you cannot mount serious pressure until you do this. You can see the fob for Lucky Strikes up in that trench right there. So if it went down, it's back up. And so my question for you guys looking at this is that, a lot of AT gun action happening. Is that taking valuable people off the hard cap, trying to put people in the AT guns?
It's hard to say. Like the Bub's AT gun, I think, is doing some work.
I think it is too.
Interested to see how many kills he has. I'm not sure about the other one.
The other one keeps hitting an OP down here on the south side where this room AT gun is. And like it's getting some kills here and there, but like they have it's manned by 2 people, or it was manned by 2 people up until recently. And I don't think if you have a solo AT gun running with a 1 person running it, I think that's okay. But if you have like 2 or 3 people trying to set it up, spotter, this, that, and that's a little excessive. That's 3 bodies off the cap weight. So
I think the Bubs one is. I think the Bubs one is valuable. I feel like if he can hit the roof there, he can probably hit their fob as well. But
it's tough to tell, and in that trench, and there may be you see probably the angle with that. I'm looking at it right now next to Top Gun.
He's so far.
Woo! I mean, he's hitting it. I mean, he knows where it hits.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. He definitely did prep to hit the main building.
Yeah.
100%.
So we are past the halfway mark, so Lucky Strikes is going to get the win. Sully's going down the point, so it's a matter of points, and for Lucky Strikes, getting a 30-point right now would be absolutely essential for them.
We talked about Bub so much. He said he needs to pick up a rifle and go in there and show us what else he could do.
Well, let's see it, Bubs. Let's see it. J-Bag's starting to see Spike, who was up on that east side. He is now pushing center line. J-Bag pushing up in the trench. Top Gun holding that angle on that east side. We'll see if he gets Leviosa or J-Bags. Down he goes. It's a trade.
A trade on Top Gun? Yes.
And look how quickly Lucky has taken over. Look how quickly they've gotten into that main building since the AT gun.
Yeah. An airhead on the southwest side for Hellfire. It is warm. There are people around it. It is drawing some guys off. It's not deployed yet. I'm not sure.
It's
Oh,
marked.
they see it. They see it. They're
It's in
they're
the open
pushing it.
field.
They got it. They
Yeah, it's
nated
gone.
it. But we are seeing a good amount of guys pushing in for Hellfire on the hard cap with 12 minutes left. There is cap pressure. Cap pressure is officially started for Hellfire. Fob is still up in the point. Yeah,
Yeah, big spawn wave from Luck to contest this.
it's still going in favor of Hellfire though. Still going. And here's the thing.
Yep, here goes on the point now.
Dirty Dursky is coming in.
They
Building as well with
need-
MG.
They need to get
He's
this
gonna
Fob.
hit fire.
Spirit needs to push this. If they get another spawn wave, they're gonna stop cap
They run
pressure.
as well. Luck has just put an airhead up somewhere. What is it? It's an offensive airhead while they're 25% weight capped.
They lost the fob, so there is a fob on the east side for. That's a big spawn wave. That will stop cap pressure. It sure does. 18 from the east as Rupert's in state push. Be sure with the MG taking out Heinrich on that west side. ZJ pushing in. They just couldn't get the fob. They got a good spawn wave off, and unfortunately, with that bombing run, Lucky Strikes took out the fob for Hellfire. So right now, all they have is that east side push. No north
They
side
still got a full
push.
squad coming in.
Yeah,
on
they
the
got
south
big
side here.
spawn wave. My
Large spawn
gosh! Down goes J-Bag. Bubs and Leviosa still alive. No one going down yet for Lucky Strike. They're pushing in. MG Psycho Tuki taking out one. Oh, I'm getting down as well. J-Bag's down. Psycho Tuki's just going ham. Got one behind him. Leviosa taking him out finally. Bubs getting up the AT gun. He is surrounded with Leviosa. Down it goes. Leviosa still up. White helmets. Still up. Gets another spawn
Another one.
wave. Spikeful holding the building. Leviosa still in the house. Down it
And
finally
it
goes.
Takes him out finally.
J-Back throws a nade. We got a lot of contact in this midpoint right now. Pretty fierce fighting. Spawn wave off the OP on the west side for Hellfire. And surely another spawn wave is coming up off this fob for Lucky Strike Shirley on the south side.
Yeah, keeping this fob up is
Oh!
saving Luck here.
AT
so
barely missing. Satchel!
Satchel goes off.
Another spawn wave for Lucky Strikes off the fob. If you don't get rid of the fob, I mean, your chances of capping the point are just absolutely minimal. This ain't light warfare, man. You gotta take out the fobs on the hard caps. That's why bombing runs are so critical.
Yeah, no Artie is really hindering Hellfire.
Yeah.
They could have. If it was warfare, they could
Bombing
walk
run,
down that
it's
fob.
gonna get the fob. It's the freaking caster's curse.
Bob's gone.
That's
As
huge.
usual, right?
That's huge.
P4 went down at
Oh,
some
no,
point as
east
well. Yeah, McCrayton, I just saw P4 went down. at
Wow.
some point.
Yep.
Another one's already coming back up.
And so we got cap pressure now. Cap pressure in effect. Supplies are dropping for Hellfire on the north side where their fob used to be. Holy Spirit Man going to be ready to go. Guys coming in from the south side for Lucky Strike, but there's guys on the east side for Hellfire. Holding that
Spears is
angle.
behind Hellfire's commander right now.
This is Commander.
Commander on commander action.
Really?
Commander killed
Takes him out.
Commander.
Oh my gosh, Spears!
I don't know what he's doing there, but I like it.
Did he get the supplies? No, supplies are still dropping. He was waiting for that fob, so no fob yet for the north. I mean, both these teams are kind of fobless at this point.
Lucky Strike's got it replaced on the.
Oh my gosh, you can see it. Yeah, sure enough.
Back up.
Hellfire has to take out that fob if they want this point. Cap progress back in favor of Lucky Strikes. I mean, absolute grind fest. Both these teams not disappointing. CJ pushing. Can he get it? He is 18.
Several Hellfire wrapped around behind Luck now as well.
Yeah, they took completely over on this western side.
Where the P4 used to be, there's
Another spawn wave, CJ. Down it goes. Domo flying!
Second P4 went down as well.
Wow. Suddenly be short with the AT. They just can't get a rocket in the trench on the fob. And Lucky Strike's continuing to just spawn after spawn after spawn.
Lucky Strikes have now lost 2 tanks in total, and I have no idea what went to.
Green Bastard.
Hellfire has an AT on the.
Oh my goodness.
Hellfire had an AT on the main road.
Green Bastard finally on it. See if he gets it in time before the spawn wave. Gets it.
Down goes.
No spawn wave.
Strafe on him. It's a little too late. Cap's probably gonna go in favor here.
And it's almost it's past 3/4. This may be a cap for Hellfire. No, it's going back in favor of Lucky Strikes. Big spawn wave off the OP on the west side. Not Joe. Spirit's going down
instantly as well.
Yeah.
They're really on top of getting their spawns back up. Very impressive.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna get it. No fob on the north side, but Hellfire gonna get this cap. And that's going to be with 6 minutes left. That's a cap. So we do have a cap for Hellfire here.
You say no fob on point for Hellfire?
They didn't have it on the north side. They had one on the east side in the blue, but nothing on the point yet and nothing on the north side.
Interesting.
Obviously, Lucky Strike's going to lose all their spawns in the red. Big spawn wave off that southeast side.
Just takes out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Half track.
And after winning the initial tank battle, it's mainly been infantry, honestly. AT gun's not really playing a part right now anymore. Let's see, Barrett gets one, trying to get an AT shot on that Garrison Unknown Conspirer. Just laying down hate, but they're in the middle of nowhere. This is really bad for Lucky Strikes.
Real rough for them.
But they did their job.
Look how fast Hellfire's taken not just control the hard cap, but immediately pushed out to challenge that borderline fob as well.
Yeah, which is exactly what they need to do.
Fella in top of this building who's hiding. Oh, Private Martin on the next one down here.
He's trying to give him a hug.
Oh my gosh. Down goes another AOK is onto him. Green Bastard facing the wrong way.
Yeah, this is a huge turnaround from Hellfire. They've completely surrounded this fob from Luck now.
It's just a little.
They're not turtling in the circle. I mean,
no, they're not. I mean, it's exactly what they needed to do, and it's just a it's just a little. They took a long time to mount it, So Lucky Strikes didn't.
Reno behind the entire Luck team here on the fob.
Down he goes though. Spirit's pushing in the smoke. DJ as well out in the water. 2 goes down to Spirit. Another going down.
They're just stuck here, man, behind this wall.
I mean, this is, if they'd done this earlier, if they had capped initially, Lucky Strikes would have been screwed. They would have been boxed out.
100%.
Rupert's gonna push. Let's see if he can get that Garrison. He is AT.
Spirit's already on top of it.
Spirit's on it.
Gets it. So now the fob is gone, and they literally Hellfire pushing into the red. That's the first box out.
McCray, bring up the map one more time, McCray. Oh my lord.
That's the first box out.
There's
the first box out.
I-7 is Luck's only garrison up.
I'm trying to see where they're at. That's the
far east.
Far east. That's the first
800 meters off the cap.
Wow. Oh, there they. Oh my gosh. So that's the first box out. First box out that I've seen in this tournament.
That is insane.
But
and Luck is counting their luck. They're counting their lucky stars that it's a skirmish tournament and not warfare.
Yeah.
Because they got the W here, but
on this map.
I mean, Hellfire has turned it around beautifully. They're just looking fantastic now.
I mean, this is exactly what we're looking for in this tournament, right? We're looking for so contested on that point, right? For so long. I mean, now it's clearly. I mean, this is about as uncontested of a point I've seen in this entire tournament so far. So unfortunately, it is not warfare for Hellfire, and so the point totals. I mean, as it stands right now, I don't think they're going to change. 24 points for Lucky Strikes. It's going to be 6 points for Hellfire. So really good point total for Lucky Strikes, despite not holding the cap at the end. But I mean, absolutely competitive. I think Hellfire continuing to show. I mean, they're not a team to be trifled with. I think, looking back at it, guys, you know, if you're Hellfire, oh, there's an airhead. There is an airhead for Lucky. No, that's a Hellfire airhead. I'm sorry. But for you know, Hellfire, obviously, you know, what would be your, if you had to give them advice going into the last few matches that they have left in this tournament? I think 2 more matches left. What would be your advice in order to try to get wins on these matches?
Oh, it's simple. The game mode's king of the hill. Get on the hill. Don't go map control.
Yeah,
you go map control, you go south, map edge, or whatever, you're gonna be paying for it in the long run. As you can see, this is a perfect example. They tried to go far out on the east and west side instead of front door. They had the advantage with those first 2 trucks getting badly damaged right out the rip with their own AC guns. Yet they're the last one to the mid cap. Why was that?
Yeah.
Be more aggressive with the tank. If that, you know, the confidence and the momentum you feel when you have a Sherman or a P4 pushing with you into the hard cap, it's going to do wonders.
Yeah.
It's gonna help your infantry. They're gonna feel a lot better when they have a tank next to them. And I don't know. I'd rather have my tank in the hard cap and die after 2 minutes trying, rather than sitting back and surviving. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh great, you got 20 kills on like 4 squares out of the play zone. Awesome.
Yeah.
You could have been pressure on the point.
Your tank KD is fantastic, but we lost.
Yeah, no kidding. Absolutely. So I think both these teams show that they're very talented teams for Division 2. I think they're very intriguing teams. I think, but for Hellfire, it seems a little bit unfortunate. But they still got 2 matches left. I think Lucky Strikes has 1 match left, if any. It's either 1 or none. So with that, will do it for that match. So point totals will be 24-6 in favor of Lucky Strikes. So
yeah, it was really good showing from Luck. I mean, they did what they needed to do, which is hold cap for the majority of the time. Yeah. Would have been interesting to see how it would have played out if it was a warfare match, though.
That will do it. So we're gonna go ahead and show. Let me turn the studio mode up. We're going to go ahead and show the schedule next week. We have 3 matches next week. Helios versus Vanguarda. I believe that will be the last... Is that the last Division 1 matchup? I believe that's the last Division 1 matchup. And Ocelots versus... Actually, Hellfire has their last 2 matchups both next week. They're going to be playing against Ocelots. And then 2 days later, they will be facing off against Bane. 2 very tough matchups. For Hellfire, some of the better teams in the division. We'll obviously what maps they end up deciding to do. I know what my vote is. I'd love to see some Elsenborn. I'd really like to see some Mortain. I'd really like to see some... I mean, I'll freaking take LL Main at this one. I kind of want to see someone do it. Come on, someone do it.
Death Valley? Nah, no one's ever going to choose Death Valley LMain.
I like Drill Skirmish is fun, man. It's fun for both sides.
We've had great.
It looks a lot of fun.
I'd watch it again. I'd cast it again for sure. And then week 5.
That showcase skirmish.
Yeah. Oh.
That mix. That's still one of my favorite ones.
Oh, it is for me too, man. It is for me too.
Such a good match.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. One of my favorites for sure. Yeah, and then week 5 is going to be MIB. There's MIB versus Bane for a South American Classic. And then the last match of the tournament is going to be, at least the regular season of the tournament, will be Ocelots versus MIB. So, still a lot of Division 2 matchups to happen. And the standings aren't... The table's not done yet, folks. The table's not done, especially with Chad having lost 30-0. Against Bane today. Changed the standings up a little bit, so we'll get that posted in the HRI Discord. But I believe, unless anyone else got anything, I think that's going to be it for now. Yeah, I love that.
GG to both teams. Good showing from both sides. Really, a lot closer than the scoreboard would suggest, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's tough is I think we were trying to, we did the scoring format.
It's a tough loss. definitely a tough loss to take from Hellfire, but they got to feel good about their performance.
Yeah, I think so too. And as much as I think that this scoring format does end up showing more performance-based results, yeah, I feel like these two different Hellfire matches that we've casted, it didn't feel like a 30-0. It didn't feel like a 24-6. It felt like a 15-15. That's what it felt like, and that's what's so tough. But anyway, so that'll be it from us. I'm Sheepdog, McCraith, KO. We all wish you a good night. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week.